The alarm rings. Asterisk, beep, 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 dot asterisk. Sarah slowly opens her eyes. The sun is already shining through the curtains. She looks around and, oh no, the house is a mess. Clothes on the chair, books on the floor, a coffee cup on the nightstand from last night. She sighs. Ooh, my house is so messy today. Do you also feel this way sometimes? You wake up and your room looks like a little hurricane passed by. Don't worry, you are not alone. Sarah laughs at herself. Well, if I want a clean house, I need to move now. But then another thought pops up. Asterisk, wait. How do I even say these cleaning tasks in English? Asterisk. And that's exactly where today's story begins. Sarah represents many of us. She feels overwhelmed, not just by the mess, but also by the frustration of not knowing how to describe her daily life in English. Have you ever wanted to say something simple, like I need to clean my room, but suddenly your brain goes blank, the words, but in the moment, you freeze. That's a common pain. The block when speaking, and it makes people insecure, like they're not really progressing. Sarah feels this too, but today, instead of just cleaning, she decides, this is my chance. I will clean my house and practice English at the same time. Sarah looks at her messy room and says slowly, so you can repeat with her, my room is messy. Can you repeat? My room is messy. She smiles. Good. Now, one more sentence. I need to clean my house. Say it again. I need to clean my house. It feels simple, right? But these little sentences are the real building blocks of confidence. Right now, Sarah is not just a girl cleaning. She's turning a boring, stressful moment into a chance for transformation. From shy to confident. From silent to expressive. And this is the secret. You don't need a classroom to practice English. You just need your daily routine, every little task, making your bed, washing the dishes, sweeping the floor can become a mini English lesson. Sarah gets out of bed, puts on her slippers, and walks to the living room. She sees the couch full of clothes, a notebook on the sofa, shoes on the carpet. She laughs nervously. Oh my gosh, my living room is messy too. She repeats in English, practicing, my living room is messy. And she invites you, can you say that too? My living room is messy. She pauses and smiles. See, we are already speaking English, step by step. Sometimes learning English feels lonely. You sit with a book, you study grammar, but when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank. Sarah knows this pain. She feels it too. But today, she wants to tell you something important. You are not alone in this journey. I'm here with you. We can clean and learn together. It's not about being perfect. It's about practicing with natural phrases you can use every day. Sarah takes a deep breath, okay? First, I need to start cleaning. She looks at the broom in the corner of the room. She smiles and whispers, do you know how to say broom in English? She picks it up slowly, like it's a big secret. Well, we'll discover together in the next part. She winks at the camera. So today, we start our journey with something very real, a messy house. But step by step, we will turn every cleaning task into English practice. You don't need a textbook. You don't need complicated grammar. All you need is your routine and a little motivation. Sarah smiles warmly and asks, "What about you? Is your house messy today? Don't worry. Let's clean and learn together." Sarah holds the broom in her hands. She laughs a little, almost embarrassed, and then says, "This is a broom. Repeat with me, broom." She pauses and gives you time to try. Great. Now, to use it, we say sweep to sweep the floor. She starts moving the broom slowly, sweeping the living room. I sweep the floor. She looks at the camera and invites you. Can you say it? I sweep the floor. The sound of the broom on the tiles fills the room. Step by step, she makes progress. It feels good to see the floor getting clean, she repeats in English, smiling at her own effort. The floor is clean. Then she adds, the floor was dirty, but now it is clean. These small contrasts help the brain remember faster. She stops and explains in a natural tone, almost like talking to a friend. Don't worry about mistakes. Even if you say I swept instead of I swept, it's okay. Mistakes are normal. What matters is practice. Next, she puts the broom away and grabs a mop. Do you know this one? She lifts it like a secret treasure. This is a mop. We say to mop the floor. She dips it in the bucket and starts cleaning slowly. I mop the floor. I am mopping the floor. She repeats twice, looking at you. Come on, try with me. I mop the floor. Again, I am mopping the floor. She laughs softly. It feels a little silly, right? But this is real English. This is daily routine English. As she moves around, she shares her feelings, honestly. Sometimes I feel tired. Sometimes I think, oh, I don't want to do housework. But then I remember this is also a chance to practice English, so even boring moments become opportunities. She smiles. Do you see? We are cleaning and learning at the same time. After finishing the floor, Sarah looks at the messy coffee table, papers everywhere, a pen, a notebook, even an empty cup. She sighs. Okay, now I need to tidy up. She repeats the phrase slowly. Tidy up. Then, as she starts picking up the items, I tidy up the table. I am tidying up my things. She places the cup in the kitchen, the pen in her bag, and the notebook on the shelf. Much better. She looks proud and repeats again. I tidy up the table. She takes a short pause and talks directly to you. Notice how I don't need big or difficult words, just small phrases. Sweep the floor, mop the floor, tidy up the table. That's it. Simple, natural, and it's exactly what natives say in their homes. Then she adds a mini practice for you. Let's try together. Repeat after me. I sweep the floor. Good. Now, I mop the floor. Great. Last one. I tidy up the table. She claps softly. Perfect. You are really speaking to keep the rhythm light. Sarah shares a personal memory. I remember when I was younger, I hated cleaning my room. My mom always said, Sarah, tidy up your room. And I always answered, later, Mom, later. But now I see that these little actions are not just chores. They are small wins. And in English, they are also small lessons. She laughs gently at the memory. then turns serious again. Sometimes we think learning needs to be huge, like hours of study. But actually, it's in these small, daily routines that English becomes real. She repeats the phrase with emphasis, real English. Looking around the room, she feels lighter. The living room is no longer so chaotic. The floor is clean. The table is organized. The space feels peaceful. She places her hand on her chest and says softly, I feel better now. My house is clean, and I practiced English. Then she invites you again. Can you say that too? My house is clean. Good. Now, one more. I practiced English, but she knows the house still has more challenges. She looks at the kitchen door and raises an eyebrow. Oh, no. The kitchen. I don't even want to see the sink. She laughs nervously. But that's life, right? There are always more dishes, more work, more cleaning. And guess what? More English practice. She takes a deep breath, grabs her courage, and walks toward the kitchen. Let's do this together. Next stop, the dishes and the fridge. Sarah pushes the kitchen door and stops for a second. She almost laughs at the scene. The sink is full of dirty plates, glasses, and a frying pan with grease from yesterday. Oh my gosh, the kitchen is a disaster, she says, half embarrassed, half amused. Then she switches to English. The kitchen is messy. She pauses and invites you. Can you say it too? The kitchen is messy. She walks to the sink and looks at the mountain of dishes. Okay, let's start here. In English, we say, do the dishes. She takes a plate, rinses it, and says, I am doing the dishes. She repeats slowly, giving space for you. I am doing the dishes. Then she adds a shorter version. I do the dishes. She laughs. This is my life now. Always doing the dishes. While washing, she reflects out loud. You know, sometimes I feel tired of repeating the same chores. But then I remind myself, every plate I wash is one more chance to practice English. She turns back to you and smiles warmly. And you? Do you hate doing the dishes? Well, now at least we can make it fun. She takes another glass, scrubs it, and says, the glass is clean. Then she compares, the plate was dirty, but now it is clean. These little before and after contrasts help the words stick. Repeat with me. The plate was dirty, but now it is clean. She nods. Perfect. After finishing the sink, Sarah dries her hands with a towel and looks at the fridge. She opens the door and her eyes widen. Leftovers from last week, an old piece of cake, a half-empty juice box, and vegetables that don't look very fresh. She shakes her head and says, I need to clean the fridge. She repeats slowly, I need to clean the fridge. She looks at the camera and insists, say it with me. I need to clean the fridge. She starts taking things out one by one. This milk is old. I throw it away. She puts it in the trash. These apples are still good. I keep them. Then she wipes the shelf and says proudly, the fridge is clean. She turns to you. Your turn. Say it. The fridge is clean. With the sink and the fridge done, she feels lighter. But then she looks at the stove. Spots of oil, crumbs, a dirty pan waiting. She laughs at herself. Why is there always more? She sighs, grabs a sponge, and begins scrubbing. I clean the stove. I am cleaning the stove. She repeats twice, then adds, The stove is dirty. Now it is clean. She claps her hands softly. Yes, another win. As she finishes, she leans on the counter and takes a deep breath. You see, I didn't just clean my kitchen. I practiced English at the same time. Simple sentences, but powerful. She looks directly at you, almost like a secret. This is the real secret. Learn English while living your life. She smiles with satisfaction. Now the dishes are done. The fridge is clean. The stove is shining. My kitchen feels so much better. Then she asks you gently, what about your kitchen? Can you imagine yourself saying these phrases while you clean? She pauses for a second, thinking about the next step. Her eyes drift toward the living room again, then to the hallway leading to her bedroom. She nods slowly. Yes, the next challenge is the bedroom. The messy bed, the clothes everywhere. She sighs with humor, but that's okay. One room at a time, one phrase at a time. She grabs a glass of water, takes a sip, and says softly, okay, let's go to the bedroom. Sarah walks into the bedroom and immediately feels that little knot in her stomach. The bed is messy, the blanket half on the floor, pillows everywhere on the chair. A mountain of clothes she promised to fold later, but later never came. She laughs at herself and says, my bedroom is a mess. Then she repeats in English slowly, my bedroom is messy. She looks at the camera and invites, say it too, my bedroom is messy. She stands by the bed, grabs the blanket, and pulls it up. Okay, first step, make the bed. She repeats, I make the bed. As she tucks the corners, she says, I am making the bed. She smiles. See, simple, natural, just like natives say it every morning. She pats the pillows and adds, the bed looks better now. She pauses and encourages you. Can you repeat? The bed looks better now. Sarah turns toward the chair full of clothes. She sighs. Always clothes, always waiting for me. She picks up a shirt and says, I fold the clothes. She repeats twice, slowly, I fold the clothes. I am folding the clothes. Then she adds, joking. But honestly, sometimes I just throw them inside the closet and close the door. She laughs and shakes her head. But today, no. Today, I fold the clothes. As she continues, she switches between action and language. I hang the dress. I put the jeans in the drawer. I organize the closet. Each phrase is short and clear. She pauses after each one so you can repeat with her. Good. Again, I organize the closet. She claps softly. Perfect. You're speaking with me. Now she looks around the room and notices dust on the nightstand. She grabs a small cloth and says, I clean the table. Then, as she moves the cloth, I wipe the dust. She repeats slowly, wipe the dust. She stops, looks at you, and adds, this is a phrase natives use a lot, but English learners almost never learn it. Wipe the dust. She gives you time to say it aloud. Sarah finishes the bedroom, takes a deep breath, and feels proud. Yes, my room looks so much better now. She smiles warmly. And you? Did you repeat with me? Did you practice these phrases? She then walks back to the living room. The sofa is still messy. A couple of cushions on the floor. A blanket twisted in a corner. She shakes her head with a smile. The living room again? Always messy. She picks up the cushions and says, I put the cushions on the sofa. She repeats slowly, like teaching a friend. Cushions on the sofa. She fixes the blanket and says, I fold the blanket. She laughs softly. I think I fold a lot of things today. Next, she grabs the remote controls scattered on the coffee table. I tidy up the table, she repeats. I tidy up the table. I am tidying up the table. Then she adds a phrase with a little humor. The sofa is not a closet. Stop leaving clothes here, Sarah. She laughs at herself and says, Do you also do this? Leave clothes on the sofa? Now, the living room feels calm. The bedroom is in order. The bed is made. Clothes are folded. Surfaces are clean. Sarah looks around, takes a deep breath, and smiles with relief. My house feels different. My house is clean. And I practiced English. She repeats both sentences slowly. My house is clean. I practiced English. She invites you. Say it too. Then she looks back at the camera with warmth. You see, it's not about big lessons or complicated grammar. It's about simple daily actions. Cleaning, folding, tidying, and with each action, one small English phrase. This is how fluency grows, step by step, routine by routine. She glances at the clock. The day is moving on. Her face shows both satisfaction and a little tiredness, but also pride. She nods and says, Okay, one last step. Let's finish this journey together. She walks slowly back to the hallway, ready to close her day. Because this is not just about cleaning the house, it's about cleaning your mind, practicing your English, and feeling confident. She smiles and whispers. The conclusion is waiting. Sarah sits down on the sofa, finally relaxed. She takes a deep breath and looks around. The living room is calm. The bedroom is neat. The kitchen is clean. She smiles with quiet pride. Wow. What a difference. This morning, everything was messy. Now, the house is clean. She pauses and repeats in English softly, the house is clean. She invites you. Say it too. The house is clean. She leans back, still holding that satisfied smile. But it's not just about the house. Today, I didn't only clean. I practiced English. Every little action, sweep, mop, tidy, fold, wipe, became a chance to speak, to practice, to feel more confident. She looks at you with sincerity, and you can do this too. Your daily routine can be your English class. Sarah remembers the small phrases from earlier and starts recapping them one by one. Do you remember the first one? My room is messy. Then we said, I need to clean my house later. In the kitchen, I am doing the dishes. Then I need to clean the fridge. In the bedroom, I make the bed. I fold the clothes. In the living room, I tidy up the table. And finally, my house is clean. She smiles and claps her hands softly. Look at you. You learned so many useful sentences today. Simple, but powerful. She leans closer, almost like sharing a secret. This is the real English, real life English. The phrases people actually say at home every single day. And now you can say them too. She lets the words rest for a second, then continues. Don't wait for perfect moments. Don't wait for the right textbook. Practice with your life. Clean, cook, walk, shop, and speak. Little by little, you unlock fluency. Her eyes soften. I know sometimes you feel afraid of making mistakes, afraid of sounding silly, but listen to me. Mistakes are not the enemy. They are part of the journey. Every mistake means you are trying, and every try brings you closer to confidence. She places a hand on her chest and says warmly, "You are not alone in this. I am with you. We are learning together." Sarah takes a final look around the room. The cushions are in place. The bed is made. The dishes are done. She whispers almost to herself, from messy house to clean house, from silence to English practice. Then she looks back at you and says with encouragement, "This is the transformation. Small steps, real progress." Her voice turns light again, playful. "So, what about tomorrow? Will you try again? Will you clean and speak?" Remember, every routine is an opportunity. She smiles and closes with a soft but motivating tone. If this video makes sense for you, please give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Every little hype helps. And tell me in the comments, what sentence in English would you love to say without fear? She waves gently. See you in the next story, my friends. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and remember, your daily life is your English class.